In the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, when no plant of the field was yet in the earth, and no herb of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was no one to till the ground, but a stream would rise up from the earth and water the whole face of the ground.
Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living being.
And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden, in the east.
And there he put the man whom he had formed.
Out of the ground the Lord God made to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Then the Lord God said, and put him in the Garden of Eden to till it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man,
you may eat freely of every tree of the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. And in the day you eat of it, you shall die.
Then the Lord God said,
it's not good that the man should be alone. I'll make him a helper as his partner.
So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man. And he slept.
Then he took one of his ribs and closed it up, its place with flesh.
And the rib that the Lord God had taken from the man, he made into a woman, and he brought her to the man.
And the man and his wife were both naked.
And they were not ashamed.
Now the serpent was more crafty than any other wild animal that the Lord God had made.
He said to the woman,
did God say that you should not eat of any tree in the garden?
The woman said to the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden. But God said, you shall not eat the fruit of the tree that is in the middle of the garden, nor shall you touch it, or you shall die.
But the serpent said to the woman, you will not die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will have the knowledge of good and evil.
So, when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate.
And she also gave some to her husband, who was with her.
And he ate.
Then the eyes of both were opened.
And they knew that they were naked, so they sewed fig leaves together to make loincloths for themselves.
They heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden at the time of the evening breeze.
And the man and his wife hid themselves
from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden.
But the Lord God called to the man and said to him, where are you?
He said, I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself.
He said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?
The man said, the woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me fruit from the tree, and I ate.
Then the Lord God said to the woman, what is this that you've done?
The serpent tricked me, and I ate.
Then the Lord God said, see, the man has become just like one of us, knowing the difference between good and evil. And now he might reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever.
Therefore, the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken.
he drove out the man. And at the east of the Garden of Eden, he placed a cherubim and a sword flaming and turning to guard the way to the tree of life. Amen.